صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Hello, reading champions. How are you doing? Today we have a new story from Good Night Stories from the life of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's start reading together. The Women of Ansar. The Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but it was not all revealed at the one time. The first revelation happened in the cave of Hira. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting alone. Suddenly, the angel Jibril appeared before him. He said to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Recite," and taught him the very first verses from the Quran. The revelation continued till the Prophet's death. Some revelations took place when the Prophet ﷺ lived in Mecca, and some took place after he had to migrate to Medina. The Muslims of Medina were called the Ansar, or the helpers. They accepted Islam and asked the Prophet ﷺ to come and live with them. The Muslims who came from Mecca were called the Muhajirun, or the immigrants. The helpers and the immigrants lived together in Medina. They were like brothers. The Ansar men obeyed every command of the Prophet ﷺ. They tried to please Allah in everything, and the Ansar women were as obedient and as pious. One day, it happened that the following verse addressed to the women was revealed. They should draw their veils over their bosoms. Surah An-Nur 31. The men of the Ansar heard the verse. They immediately returned to their homes. They told their mothers, wives, and sisters, "Allah sent a command for you. Cover yourselves with veils." The women of the Ansar stopped whatever they were doing. They got up, one untied her waist belt, another took a sheet. They made veils out of them and put them on. The next day in the morning, when they said their prayers behind the Prophet ﷺ, all of them had scarves on their heads. Indeed, said Aisha, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, there were no women better than the women of the Ansar. They honored the Book of Allah and they had full faith in all it said. And that was our story for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time, inshallah.
محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.